Hello, quilt artisans. My name is Shonda and welcome to my channel, Under the Needle. So last month I did a segment called Quilting on the Cheap, and my original intention there was to each month highlight 2 or 3 places where I go or tips that I might have to reduce the cost of making a quilt, because we have changed this very utilitarian art into a very egalitarian, expensive hobby. So, and I don't think it has to be that way. Now, so because you guys seem to like that segment, I've decided to break this up in a way that might be a bit more useful. So I want to talk about, well, first and foremost, I want to talk about where to buy fabric or where I buy my fabric. And then I want to talk about effective usage of fabric, and I want to talk about batting, and I want to talk about backing. Now, I'm not sure how all of those topics are going to break down because there may be some overlap. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, I'm really not looking to get my fabric at $2 a yard, okay? Because I want all the pretty stuff. Okay, I want the art gallery, I want the Moda and the Riley Blake. I want all of that stuff. I want my batiks. I want it all. But I don't think it should cost $12 a yard. So I generally try to come in around $8 a yard. That's kind of that's my personal sweet spot. Your personal sweet spot might be different than mine. So keep that in mind. Also, I am very pre-cut driven. I love precuts because they are simple, right? Because there are 50 million patterns out there that use various precuts. So pretty much any precut I have, I can find a pattern. And even if the pattern requires 2 precuts or like 2 layer cakes or 2 jelly rolls, I've got enough in my stash where I can probably put together 2 matching ones, even if I don't have 2 of the same. So also keep that in mind. So I'm coming from a $8 a yard perspective, and I am very much focused on pre-cut. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to kind of share with you where I shop for my fabric and how I shop for my fabric. Now, things are a little bit different for me now because I'm all stashed up, okay? I'm all stashed up. I'm out of space, and I'm a lot more picky and discerning today than I would have been 2 years ago. It's taken me 2 or 3 years. I mean, some of this collection I had from when I first started quilting in the late 90s and early 2000s, but the tonnage all came in the last 3 years. So I went back and I looked at some of my absolute favorite places to shop, how I built my stash. Now, one of the ways I built my stash is a site that's no longer up and running. If you're familiar with the Craftsy platform, you might be familiar that at some point they went from Craftsy to Blueprint. Now, I was not an OG Craftsy person. I was aware of it, and I think I had signed up and looked at a knife skills, like how to use a knife course once, like a long time ago, but that was pretty much it. I don't have anything else. I didn't have anything else. So when they switched from Craftsy to Blueprint, everybody was like, oh my God, we're so upset. And I was like, well, I didn't know about it, so I'm new to the game. And I loved Blueprint. I got so much fabric from those people. I mean, it's no wonder they couldn't keep that operating model profitable because they were literally giving the fabric away. I mean, I was getting layer cakes for, $12. I was getting fat quarter bundles, 20 fat quarters for, $22. So it was ridiculous. So I have a lot of that. That's kind of what introduced me to the pre-cut game, right? I started kind of with Blueprint because the prices were reasonable. They'd have coupons and I could, get some really inexpensive stuff. Like their solids would be like $4 a yard if you got your timing right. So it was great. And then when that went away, it was like, well, I got to start figuring out where to get my stuff now because I'm hooked. So my number one is fabric.com. Okay. It's my top 3. I have a top 3. And that's one of them. I don't shop there every day, but I am on that website every Friday morning. I get their emails. Every Friday, they have something called Act Fast Friday, where they have a selection of 50% off stuff. So it could be anything from just regular quilting cotton to kits to precuts to minky, you name it, it's 50% off. And it's 50% off the MSRP. So it's not like it's marked up, right? So it's not like the $45 layer cake is marked up to $60. And then once you get the 50% off, it's $30. No, it's 50% off. I generally will check that site before I even get out of bed on Friday morning, because they have lots of great stuff. Of course, today is not Friday, so I couldn't go on there and peek on there to see what they have today. So I wasn't able to do that. But they have tons of stuff. They have all the Moda. They have Riley Blake. They have some art gallery. They've got Petites. They've got Robert Kaufman. And they have a selection, 50% off. So, so some of the fabric lines are older, some are not older. You got to be careful, because sometimes it'll be like you have to buy two in order to get that price. I usually pass on that. But I've literally gotten a full jelly roll for $9.99, and I've gotten many jelly roll layer cake for $18 to $20. They only have a $50 minimum for free shipping, so it does not take much to get there. I do not know what their flat rate shipping is, because I never use it. I always make sure that I get at least $50 worth of stuff. There might have been a time or two when I didn't, but pretty much 95% of the time I get $50 worth of stuff. So that's a big one. That's a huge one for me, fabric.com. I love it, but I only shop there on Friday mornings. Another one in my top 3 would be quiltinaday.com. Hands down. Hands down. And I will put all of these links in the description. Quiltinaday.com is great. I went on there today. They had a Spring Shimmer Coordinates bundle. So Spring Shimmer was by Jennifer Sampu for Robert Kaufman. So this is not the line, it's the Coordinates line, but it's 20 fat quarters for $34.97. They had a Cafe Mystery Fat Quarter Bundle, 20 fat quarters for $34.99, I think. They had a Kaufman Frida Kahlo Fat Quarter Bundle, 22 fat quarters for $35.58. They had a Kaufman Artisan Batik Layer Cake in the Sakura line for $31.46. They had the Wild Blue Jelly Roll. I showed that layer cake in my last haul video, was $25.17. They had a Love Notes Honey Bun for $24.46. They had tonnage, and they had over 300 different fabrics that were priced at less than $7 a yard. So the selection is going to vary. You don't know what's going to be out there. Sometimes the prices can change. I check on there all the time. I get their emails. So every day I get that email, and it tells me what the day's specials are. I pretty much buy my thread exclusively from Quilting a Day, because they will periodically put either black, white, or gray thread or a fill for $7. $7. They also will periodically, I exclusively spray based, and they will periodically have a nice discounted price on 505 and various other things. So it's just a great place to go. It's a great place to shop. If you like precuts, if you don't like precuts, it's a great place to shop. Another thing, quiltinaday.com does cut half yards. That's important to me. It may not be important to you. It's important to me because I like to curate a bundle of, anywhere from 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 matching SKUs, sometimes more maybe. And I like to do that so that I can take that and make it into any pre-cut I want. I can take a half yard and I can cut it into 10-inch squares. I can cut it into 2.5-inch strips, 5-inch squares, whatever I want, whatever pre-cut I want to cut it in when I'm ready to use it. So that's personally how I like to buy my fabric. If you like to buy, so I pretty much stick with the pre-cuts. If I do go to yardage, it's because I am purchasing a half yard bundle. I have quite a few bundles that I've made myself from them. They're not already bundled. I'm choosing the fabrics and I'm choosing half a yard of each fabric. So there's a Kaufman Moonlight bundle over here that you can't really see that I got. There's some blenders here that I got. The Moody Bloom right here. You can't tell that's Moody Bloom, but I got that from Quilting a Day, half yard cuts. I've got some Tim Holtz abandoned fabric here where I created my own half yard bundle. I've got some Art Gallery Nature Elements half yards. These blenders here, these are grunge blenders. I don't think I got those from Quilting a Day. This right here, you can't tell, but this is totally Twilight. It was a Halloween line that came out that I was in love with. And I purchased those half yards from quiltingaday.com. So great place to go. It's definitely in my top 3. And the last one in my top 3 is hands down Hancock's of Paducah. Hands down. Sometimes, you know, if you sign up on their website, sometimes they'll be nice and send you a little 20% off coupon. Last month, they sent me a 20% off coupon and I went ham, okay? I went ham. I made 2 separate orders. You saw all of it in my haul. If you watched my haul video, then you know what I bought from Hancock's of Paducah and how much I paid for it. So you also know what I bought from fabric.com and what I paid for it as well. So that's another super great place to shop. Oh, just one more quick thing about Quilting a Day. Their flat rate shipping is $5, I believe. Their minimum with no shipping is $100. Their flat rate shipping, though, is only $5. That's it. And they're in California. And if they don't have a storefront in your area, then you don't have to pay tax. They don't have a presence, a physical presence in the state of North Carolina where I live. So I pay no tax when I buy stuff from there. So if it says $19.98, I pay $19.98. So sometimes I will buy less than $100 worth of stuff. And I'll just pay the $5 shipping because I'm still coming out ahead. So Hancock's of Paducah, I don't know that I've ever made an order from them in which I did not spend at least $80 to get free shipping. And I also believe at Hancock's of Paducah, I don't have to pay tax either, if I'm not mistaken. They have a great selection of pre-cuts. They have a great selection of kits. We'll talk a little bit more about kits in the next session of this when we talk about using fabric efficiently. But, you know, great selection of kits. Like right now, they still have the Bali Pops 40 2.5-inch batik strips, plain black or plain white for $21.99. A lot of their stuff is sold out right now. Because I think it's been a while. December and January is kind of when they start clearancing stuff out, a lot of stuff, and when you can find some really good deals. I always do the most damage January and February, which is why I started No Fabric Februarys last year. I am still currently in the midst of my 2022 No Fabric February. I have been successful. I have not purchased any fabric, although I have been tempted. I have not made any purchases, so proud of myself. All right, some other places that I like to shop. When possible, I also like to shop at local quilt shops. They just may not be local to me. My local quilt shop does not offer prices that work within the budget that I have set for myself and what I like to pay. Now, whenever I go to my local quilt shop, I always buy something. And I always have to pay full boat retail. And it hurts my feelings every time. But I do it because I believe that it's important. So when I step foot in there, I always buy something. I spend a few dollars, whether it be a ruler or some fat quarters or some yardage. I get something whenever I go in there. I believe in that. But a great place to find local quilt shops that may not be local to you is Fab Shop Hop. Fab Shop Hop. They have a whole thing with the bunny, and they have all kinds of monthly games to encourage you to visit various storefronts. I don't really do that part of it. What I like is there's a section at the top of their website called Blowout Sale. And it'll be for a period of time every month. And there'll be a huge list of small quilt shops. And some of them will tell you specifically what they're offering and some don't. But it gives you an opportunity to go to different sites and see what they have and see if they have anything that works for you or fits you. I have found several small quilt shops that I have shopped at using them, that I found through them. Bits and Pieces is one of them. I think that's how I found out about Bear Creek Quilting. I like Bear Creek Quilting as well. They cut half yards. They do have a minimum $100 purchase and for free shipping. And they do, I don't know how much their normal shipping is. I normally just make sure I order enough to get free shipping. But I do like that they have half yards. But what I normally will do is that they have free shipping Fridays or something like that. So if it's Saturday, sorry, not Fridays, Saturdays. They have free shipping Saturdays. The 5th Saturday of the month, they offer free shipping, I think, with a $50 purchase or something like that. So that's generally when I shop with them. The 5th Saturday of the month, I'll go see what they've got and maybe pick some stuff. I got some really cute poppy cotton prints. I've gotten, let's see what came from them. Anything up here come from them? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure some of it did, but I can't remember. So I like them. I found Purple Daisies, I believe, through them. Purple Daisies Quilt Shop. I visit them sometimes. Winter Creek Cloth, I found through them. Hummingbird Lane Fabrics, I found through them. Now, these are small shops that I don't shop with all the time, but I do visit, or I do stay on their mailing list. If you find a shop that has the type of fabric that you like, and my recommendation is to get on their list and shop their sales. Hummingbird Lane, they will do, I think the past 2 years in a row, they've done a 40% off at Christmas, at Black Friday. So they've done 40% off the entire, 40%. 40%. Now, with things being as they are, I don't know that it'll be the same for 2022, but for 2020 and 2021, both years, she did a 40% off sale. So I stay on her list to find out, you know, when the sales are coming. Missouri Star, I don't shop there every day, but sometimes I will. When they did that big thing, I think it was like, if you spend this much, you get this much off. If you spend this much, you get this much off. And I think it was like, if you spend $250, you got $100 off or something like that. And so I was like, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. That's like, what's that, 35, 40%? I'll take it. Yeah, let me try that. So yeah, anyway, back to Fab Shop Hop. So I found a lot of stores that way, a lot of deals, a lot of local quilt shops. I got this huge like block of the month quilt thing that's normally like $2.99, and I think I had picked it up for like $1.50. I thought this Wisdom block of the month was so pretty. Love that it's in the different blocks, so you can still do it as a block of the month. Oh yeah, originally $2.64. I think I got it for like $1.50 when I bought it or something like that. You know. I don't need everything I buy. At this point, I don't need anything that I buy. But that was a good buy for me. I also look at Etsy. So the way I started looking at Etsy was I will always price compare. So if I see the price of something, I'll always Google it to see if I can find it cheaper somewhere else. And sometimes when I Google it, I'll go down a rabbit hole and I'll find other websites. And maybe those other websites won't have exactly what I'm looking for, but oh, sorry about that. I got interrupted. So what I was saying was, um, when I am looking for something, I will always Google it. Well, not always, right? Not always. I know if I'm getting a layer cake for 20 bucks, I'm probably not going to find it cheaper somewhere else. But when I do find something that maybe I like, that isn't quite as inexpensive as I would like it to be, I will Google it. And then when I will Google it, I'll find it. And sometimes I'll find it, it's the same, it might be the same price, but it might be a company that, has a promo code, like get our newsletter to get 15% off your first order or 10% off your first order. And then maybe I can get it a little less expensive. And that's kind of how I ran into Etsy. I was looking for something and an Etsy page popped up and I was looking and it wasn't less expensive on Etsy, but when you look up something on Etsy, you will find it will make suggestions to you of other things that might be similar. And when I look at those suggestions, I'll look to see if any of them has a sale on it, because Etsy will do that. If something is 20% off, there'll be like a line and a new price and it'll say 20% off right next to it. So if I see 20% off or 30% off, that'll prompt me to go check out that site, check out that particular owner's site and see what they've got going on. Right. And sometimes it'll be that instance where it's not a real 30% off, because I've seen that a lot where, you're taking a layer cake where the MSRP is 45, you've marked it up to 57. So your 30% off isn't 30% off at all. It's just almost the regular price. So, that happens, but it does lead me to some interesting places. I have shopped at some interesting places. Some of them have been one and done, and some I frequent. So Hummingbird Lane, I've made quite a few purchases there. If you watch my haul videos, in my December haul, I had picked up a bunch of Tula Pink solids. I picked up this Journey fabric bundle here that you down here from them. They've got great stuff. They've got great stuff. I do shop at GE Design sometimes. I know that when I shop there, I'm going to have to pay more. But I also know that I'm getting something new. So if there is something that I really love that happens to be new, sometimes I will wait and see if I can get it less expensive. Or sometimes I'll just bite the bullet and I will purchase it. That's what happened with this Robin Pickens collection you see here. Also this Dwell in Possibility collection by Gingerbread, and some of the other things. Another place that I shop sometimes is Quilt Addicts Anonymous, only because I am in the Stashin' with Stephanie subscription program, and sometimes I want extra fat quarters to go with the fat quarters that I got in my monthly subscription. And I know that I'm paying a premium even with the discount. I know even with the discount, I'm still paying a premium, but it's kind of difficult to buy fat quarters, right? It's like you buy them all in a bundle, or unless someone curates a specific bundle, like you got to buy them all. So if I've already got 10 fat quarters and I just want to pick up 2 more, 3 more, 4 more to round out the collection, then I might have to do that. And I will do that sometimes, just knowing that I'm paying full retail, because the shipping is like $9. So even though I save money on the fabric itself, I know I've got to eat that shipping charge, and I'm going to end up paying full retail when all is said and done. So I'm trying to think if there's any place else where I shop a lot. And no, I really don't shop a lot from Fat Quarter Shop. Sometimes, not this year, but well, not 2021, but in 2020, I did buy some things when they did the 20% off. When they did the 20% off for Black Friday, I did buy some stuff. I bought the Balboa layer cake because it was amazing. Speaking of Balboa, there was a great little mom and pop shop. Well, I don't know if it's it's a small quilting store. And I had bought the Balboa layer cake from them. I'm sorry. I had bought the Balboa layer cake from Fat Quarter Shop, but then later, after the fact, I saw the full Fat Quarter bundle at like an amazing price. Oh, no, that was Hummingbird Lane. Yep, that was Hummingbird Lane because I got 40% off and was able to get the whole Fat Quarter bundle. And I ended up giving away in one of my giveaways. And just FYI, if you're watching this, check out my free giveaway. I'm going to link it right here or right here, somewhere up here. But I do a free giveaway on my channel every month. And all you have to do to enter is to be subscribed to my channel and leave a comment, and that's it. And this month, I am giving away, do I have it around here? I'll show you guys if I've got it. I've got 10,000 Fat Quarter shop boxes that I like hoard because I don't want to throw them away. And the giveaway is in one of these. Here it is. So the February giveaway was from a Prior Sew sampler. So we have this Fast and Furious pattern. We've got, you can make a table runner or a throw. So you have, I'm giving away the pattern. I'm giving away the full honey bun. This is Cider by Layla Boutique for Moda. So giving away the full honey bun. And then I also have a yard of coordinating fabric that you can use for a piece backing or a binding or what have you. So if you are not already subscribed to my channel and you are interested in entering this giveaway, become a subscriber and make a comment. And that is it. Heavens to Betsy. But you've got to make a comment by February 28th at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on February 28th. So technically that's 3 a.m. on March 1st Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure if I dug deep in the emails, I could find some additional small quilting stores that I might have shopped at, but that's really the heart of it as far as fabric is concerned. Patterns are for another day, but for fabric, my top three, like I said, fabric.com, quiltinaday.com, and hancocksofpaducah.com. They are hands down where I have spent the bulk of my my quilting dollars. Okay, when it comes to fabric, hands down, no question. And just to recap some of the other ones: Bear Creek Quilting, Winter Creek Cloth, various Etsy shops, Hummingbird Lane Fabrics, Missouri Star Quilt Company, gequiltdesigns.com, Purple Daisies. Purple Daisies is a great, if you like V&Co ombre, that's a great place. But get on their newsletter or their whatever you want to call it. Sign up on their website so that you can get the deals. I stopped a lot of those because I didn't want the temptations. So I stopped a lot of it. I think the only ones I get now, I still get Hummingbird Lane. I get fabric.com, quiltinaday.com, Missouri Star, Hancock's of Paducah. You're noticing a trend here, right? So my top ones, I still get, weekly, daily emails, whatever. But some of the other ones, I had to shut them off because it was just way too many temptations on a daily, weekly basis. So I had to stop. So that's it for me today. I hope that you find this helpful. I hope that you guys don't buy up all my fabric. There was I was trying to remember because there was a quilt shop that I was at today that had just the greatest. They had some really great deals, but I found them on Fab Shop Hop. So I don't remember the name of the quilt shop, but just know that I use that a lot. I use that a lot to find smaller quilt shops that might be looking to clearance some stuff out and might be willing to offer it at a price that I think is friendly. Now, again, as I'm going through these shops, sometimes because some shops will be very specific towards a certain style, right? Some might be very applique oriented. That's not me. So I don't normally, then I'll be like, okay, that's really not for me, and I won't really go back there anymore. Some might be very much might be more biblical. I've come across some that are very biblically oriented, and a lot of their patterns are kind of so around that type of thing. So maybe not what I'm looking for, because I like modern, more modern stuff. And then also, what was that? What was that? I can't remember. Anywho, I think I've said enough. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comments. Again, I hope you find this useful. And in the next session, I'll talk a little bit about effective fabric usage, as far as getting the most out of your fabric, getting the most bang for your buck, as far as getting the most cuts from your fabric, and how to look at a pattern and decide how much fabric do you need really. Okay, now we know how much fabric they say you need, but how much do you need really? So we'll talk about that next time. Again, I hope you find this helpful. Till then, well, till next time, I will, I've talked too long. I'm getting tongue-tied. That's how you know I've talked too long. But I will see you guys next video. And again, I hope you found this helpful.